The Mom Brew, the strong moms with strong coffee crew. Yeah, we're sipping, we're dreaming, we're making it through. From the school drop-offs to the late-night talks, we're chasing our goals in our worn-out socks. We got love in our hearts, coffee in our cups. When life gets heavy, we're still showing up. So pull up a chair, we've saved one for you. Come laugh, come cry, we're brewing something new. It's the Mom Brew, the strong moms with strong coffee crew, where real life happens and we're making it through. Strong moms.
Hey mamas, welcome back to the Mom Brew, where we're strong moms with strong coffee, having real conversations about motherhood, family, healing, and everything in between. As y'all know, I'm your host Becca, and as always, go ahead, grab your favorite cup of coffee, tea, or whatever helps get you through the day, and sit down, squat down, or lie down, because today we're talking about something that deserves a whole lot more love and understanding. Today's episode, we are covering bonus moms and step parenting. Love doesn't have to share DNA. Now, before we get started, I just want to say something really important. Whether you're a biological mom, a bonus mom, a foster mom, an adoptive mom, a grandmother raising her grandchildren, or someone who just simply stepped up when a child needed someone. You matter, okay? Please know and understand and realize that. You matter. Families don't all look the same anymore. And honestly, I think that is such a beautiful thing. Love isn't measured by DNA. It's measured by showing up. It's measured by consistency. Um, I believe that it's measured by choosing someone every single day. So let's pour another cup and dive into today's conversation. So, as y'all know, every single week for Mom Mondays, we have a live episode on TikTok. And we covered this um, on Monday. So, I have, again, a few clips. I understand that last week's ended up not coming through for whatever reason, but I will play them for this week's episode again today, and hoping for the best. So if you missed it, here is your clips.
We're getting all these calls from these teachers and blah blah blah. And I explained to him, look, she's going through a lot. She's 4 years old. I couldn't imagine being her. I'm having a hard time with it, and I am an adult. I'm a full grown adult. And he then said, his response is, well, this has been like this for a while. She should be, he's like, well, it's been like this for a long time. Yeah, but she's 4. She doesn't understand that.
We don't set emotions on adults for how long it takes us to grieve, so why would we put that on children?
Right.
I was just going to say that. I think it's so crazy that people expect children to grieve like we do.
Also, like, my parents are still okay as far as, like, communicating with each other, and that status is all right, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. I know that's why it was like, because like during the separation and during the divorce between me and her dad, it was extremely important for me to really put, we're getting all these.
And that was the first one. And then we will go on to the second.
Things, even though I'm not mom or dad in its entirety. And I think the other thing that I want to go ahead and like just explain or kind of put out there is that I personally, you will never see me or hear me use the word step parent. Because step parent,
Like there is an extent when it comes to that. You know, like I just had a situation yesterday with my
So, those were the clips from this week's episode. So, hopefully, these come through this week and that we don't have any issues. And we will now continue on to our Mom Brew episode for today. So, I'm just going to put this out there. Like, I personally love the term bonus mom because it focuses on what someone adds to a family instead of what they aren't. Hence the word bonus. Amazing, right? You're not replacing anyone as a bonus mom. You're not trying to erase anyone's roles. You're simply becoming another safe place for a child to land. Kids can never have too many adults who genuinely love them. Period. Being a bonus parent isn't about competition, okay? It's about teamwork. Sometimes that teamwork comes naturally. And other times, it's really hard. But every family has a different story. Some families come together after divorce, some after loss, some through remarriage, some because life simply doesn't go according to plan. But every family deserves grace while they're figuring it out. And step parenting isn't easy. Let's be honest. You know, nobody really prepares you for what step parenting actually looks like. You know, it's like movies make it seem simple. You know, social media shows the highlight reels, but real life is messy. There are different parenting styles, different routines, different expectations. And sometimes children are adjusting, and sometimes parents are adjusting. Sometimes everyone's trying to heal from things that happened before this new family ever existed. Being a step parent often means walking into a story that was already being written. And just that in itself can be intimidating. And sometimes you'll wonder if you're doing enough. Sometimes you'll wonder if you're doing too much. But sometimes you'll also question yourself completely. And know that that is completely normal. Because love takes time. One of the biggest mistakes people make, I think, is expecting instant relationships. Relationships don't happen overnight, guys. Trust doesn't happen overnight. Bonding and love doesn't happen overnight. Kids need time, a lot of time. And that's okay. That's perfectly fine. But the greatest gift you can give a child is patience. You don't have to force love. You simply just keep showing up. And keep cheering them on. And keep attending games. And keep helping with homework. Keep making dinner. You know, keep asking about their day. You know, involve yourself in them. And eventually those little moments will become big memories and moments. And please I can't express this enough. Don't forget to respect the child's feelings. Children experience divorce and blended families differently depending on their age. Some are excited, scared, some are confused. Some feel guilty for loving more than one parent. And imagine carrying that kind of emotional weight as a child. I couldn't imagine. I simply could not. Even personally, as myself, I think about that a lot for my 4-year-old that has gone through it. And like I stated in the live episode myself, that my 4-year-old is going through this and has been through this in her young age of 4 and in her innocence. And I'm 34, gonna be 35 in just a couple weeks, and I had a hard time. I still have a hard time sometimes. And I explained to people, I couldn't imagine what she's going through at just 4 years old. But as adults, we have to remember that their emotions are valid. Okay? Sometimes kids pull away because they're protecting themselves. Sometimes they test boundaries because they're wondering if you're actually going to stay. Love often looks like consistency. So keep showing up, guys. Keep showing up even on the hard days. And like I said before, you're not replacing anyone. This is something I really want bonus parents to hear. You're not replacing a biological parent. And you shouldn't have to. Because children are allowed to love multiple people. Let's be honest. Love isn't a pie with limited slices. Okay? A child loving their biological mom doesn't mean that they can't love you too. A child loving their bonus mom doesn't mean they're betraying someone else. There's room for everyone when adults choose peace over pride. Let me say that once again. Love is when there is room for everyone, when adults choose peace over pride. There is room for everyone. And choosing that peace over pride is very, very important. Let me just also express this. Communication changes everything, okay? If there's one thing blended families need, it's communication. Healthy communication, respectful communication. Not communication that is fueled by anger. Kids notice everything. They notice the tension. They notice the sarcasm. They notice the silence. Even when we think they're not paying attention. Let me tell you, they are paying attention. Always. The goal should always be making decisions based on what's best for the children, not ever based on winning an argument. I couldn't express this enough when I was going through this with my daughter's dad. I was so just fiercely firm on this because I had expressed to him and to everybody else that we needed to have the most healthiest co-parenting relationship because it was what's best for our daughter. What's best for me is what's best for her. What is best for him is what's best for her. And if we are at our best individually, we will be at our best together, which is in return the best for our child. And that is the most important part. Now, I understand that sometimes That's hard. It's really hard. But kids deserve adults willing to put their needs first. And it's okay if it feels awkward. And here's something that nobody says enough. The beginning is usually awkward. Okay? Like there's new routines and there's new traditions, new rules, new people, everyone's learning. So give yourselves permission to not be perfect. Laugh together, learn together, and grow together. Families aren't built in a weekend. They're built over thousands of ordinary days. So some of the strongest relationships come from the smallest moments. Bake cookies together. Watch movies. Go fishing. Color the little pictures. Read the bedtime stories. Play board games. Have silly dance parties in the kitchen. Celebrate birthdays. I mean, I can't tell you how many silly dance parties and little silly, activities that we've done in this household together as my daughter and her bonus mom love to do. And coming from a mom's perspective, love to see it. Love to see it. Just celebrate the little victories. Kids remember how you made them feel more than expensive gifts. They will remember your presence. And also, step parenting is about supporting your spouse. Your partner may feel in the middle sometimes. And divorce and blended families can bring complicated emotions for everyone involved. Okay? So encourage one another. Have conversations privately. Present a united front when it's appropriate and needed. But give each other grace. Marriage isn't always about agreeing. It's about continuing to work together. And I also want to speak to the biological parents for a minute. If your child's bonus parent genuinely loves your child, that is a whole blessing. Your child having another adult cheering them on doesn't take away from your role. If everyone can work together respectfully, guess who wins? The child. And honestly, that is what matters the absolute most. And I'm going to talk on this too. If you're a bonus mom who feels invisible, maybe you've packed the lunches, you attend the school concerts, and you're staying up during sickness, and you're driving them to practice, and you're helping them with homework and celebrating all the milestones, and loved a child like your own, and you still feel overlooked. I see you. I see you, Mama. Your love matters. Your sacrifices matter. And your consistency matters. Sometimes the impact you're making won't be obvious today. But years from now, that child will remember who showed up. Trust me, they will. None of us are perfect parents. None of us. And no parent is perfect, no matter how hard we try. None of us are perfect. Biological or bonus, doesn't matter. Not even fosters and adoptive parents and any parent out there. We're all learning. We're all growing. We all make mistakes. But the important part is being willing to apologize. Being willing to learn. Be willing to keep trying. If there's anything that I've learned from anything in parenting, in any sort of parenting, is that children don't need perfect parents. They need safe parents. Parents who love them through every stage of life. So let's go on to creating the new traditions. One of my favorite things about blended families is creating the new traditions. Maybe it's Friday pizza night. We love to do that in the Row Ranch household. Saturday pancakes, that's another favorite. Movie marathons and camping trips and Christmas cookie baking, family game nights. Little traditions become the lifelong memories. And don't spend all your time trying to recreate the past. Creating something beautiful together now. Okay? So if your family is struggling, please don't give up. Please don't give up. Healing takes time. Relationships take time, like I said. Trust takes time. The hardest chapters often become the strongest testimonies. Keep choosing the kindness. Keep choosing patience. Keep choosing love. And one day, you'll look back and realize that all those little moments built something powerful and incredible and amazing. So let's do some coffee talk. Before we wrap up today's episode, I want to leave you with a few questions to think about. How can we make children feel safe during family traditions? What traditions have helped your blended family grow closer? And what is one lesson that step parenting has taught you? How can biological and bonus parents better support one another? And what does family mean to you? I would just love to hear your guys' answers. And I would love to have you guys come over and join the conversation every Monday on the TikTok live shows, because I truly believe some of the best conversations happen when moms are supporting other moms. So as we finish today's episode, I just want to remind every bonus mom and step parent and biological parent, a foster parent, adoptive, grandparent, aunt, uncle, and every person raising a child, helping to raise a child. Thank you. You probably don't hear that enough, but thank you. The world needs more people willing to love children. Families may not always look the way we imagine, but love has a beautiful way of creating something even stronger. Okay? So if today's episode encouraged you, I would love it if you share with someone who may need to hear these words. And as always, be sure to follow the Mom Brew podcast on all of your platforms. And don't forget to join us for our TikTok lives, where we keep these conversations going with amazing guests and our incredible community. So until next time, keep brewing love, keep brewing grace, and keep brewing patience. And remember, strong moms with strong coffee can get through just about anything. I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye, mamas.
The Mom Brew, the strong moms with strong coffee crew. Yeah, we're sipping, we're dreaming, we're making it through. From the school drop-offs to the late night talks, we're chasing our goals in our worn out socks. We got love in our a chair, we've saved one for you. Come laugh, come cry, we're brewing something new. It's the